welcome to the Big O, Pinion. And today I'm going to talk about my big disagreement with the Republican Party. It's, oddly enough, immigration. I know, it's kind of a weird thing to disagree with. Most Republicans tend to agree. It's been a Republican platform, really, for the last 20 years. But I disagree with their viewpoint on it. They view immigration as, in a sense, taking American jobs and, hurting the economy, changing the culture, things like that. I'm not really concerned about any of those things. In fact, I think that immigration might just save our culture and our economy. Let me tell you why. Now, first, let's take a look at what we're looking at here. So, here's our beautiful land right here. Look at that. Look at that beautiful country. Now, most people, when they're talking about immigration, are talking about the border here between us and Mexico and a bazillion people crossing over. Now, don't get me wrong, I think that's a problem. People shouldn't just walk across. You don't know who's coming across. I mean, they're right to be concerned about drug dealers, terrorists, and criminals. I mean, that's kind of how you'd have to do it if you're a criminal. You can't just walk through the front door and say, hey, I'm a terrorist. You can't do that. So, obviously, there's a lot of bad mixed in with the good. But without these people, I live out here in South Carolina, and that's a long way from Mexico, and there's a lot of immigrants here. And they do the jobs that really none of us want to do. A lot of them are in construction, services, and I don't see guys, I've never heard anyone complain, at least in my area, that they wanted a job, but an illegal immigrant got it, or even a legal immigrant got it. No one's ever said that. I've never come across it. If you have, I'd love to hear your story. Maybe I'm just in an isolated area. I don't know. But we need immigration. The population of the United States is shrinking. We're at 1.66 births per woman on average. To be an increasing population, you need to be 2.1. Now, as much as the liberal elite and the billionaires like to tell you, an increasing population is actually a good thing. The United States is strong, not because of, how rich we are or anything else. It's because of our population, which in turn makes us rich. But a high population makes us a powerful country. Without a high population, we're not going to be producing much. Our GDP will start dropping. Now, there's a positive. Less people means housing prices will drop. If you're looking for housing prices to drop, yeah, I understand that. That makes sense. But you don't really want housing prices to drop. You want them to slowly increase over time. I mean, granted, right now we probably could use a crash, but that's another video. And now, the Democrats have been basically championing illegal immigration, well, about the same amount of time for the last 20 years. They don't know these people. If you go and talk to some illegal immigrants or some Mexicans and ask them if they're in line with what the Democratic Party is for, they're going to tell you no. These people are mostly Catholic, hard-working people, which means they're Christian, hard-working people. Does that sound like a Democrat to you? No. These people are not for, generally, transgender issues or gay rights. Most of them don't care. I mean, if they do care, they don't like it. But most of them are just here to work hard and provide for their family. And family is very important to them, as it is to most conservatives. Seems to be less and less important for Democrats, but also another video. So, the more these people that come in, that's why the Democrats have never actually given them the right to vote. You see, they've had Congress and the presidency multiple times over the last 20 years. They've never done anything short of maybe Obama's Dreamer Act, which really isn't much because it only helped children, which can't vote. So, yeah. They could have easily fixed this. They haven't. And it's because they know these people are not going to vote for them. Trump proved it in the last election. He overwhelmingly won Latino men and improved in all Latino categories because he was able to communicate to them, hey, look, these Democrats are not for you. Look, I'm all for immigration myself, and I think Trump actually is. I don't think he's really going to kick all these people out. I think that's a campaign promise that he's not going to be able to keep. That's my opinion on it, at least. I could be wrong. Trump could actually kick out 14 million people. I think that's a waste of money. If it was me, if I was president and had control of Congress, this is what I would do. Everyone who's already here, well, they haven't done anything bad, really. If they haven't committed a violent crime, why bother? They're already here. They got a job, they're working, they're trying to make some money, as we all are. That's why they're here. They didn't come here to infiltrate America and take over the country. They came here because their family's starving, they're trying to figure out a way to feed them, and this is the best shot they had. That sounds like most people, especially conservatives. We have far more in common with these people than we ever will with the crazy leftists out there. But, so here's what I would do. Everyone who's already here gets to stay. You get a tax ID card. Welcome to America. You're on the track to citizenship. You have to still file all the forms that normal people would, but you have permanent residency. And you must pay federal income taxes. If I have to pay them, so do you. And perhaps make it a little easier for people to immigrate to America who are just looking for a job. I'm fine with people coming in. Maybe have an English test. I know English isn't the national language, but come on. It is. And if you're a good person and you're trying to come to America and you know that everyone here speaks English, you should learn it. That's the polite thing to do. I mean, come on. I'm not going to move to Italy and go, well, I expect everyone to accept me and speak English to me. I'm not learning Italian. That's just wrong. I can't stand that language. Actually, it's a really cool language and very easy to spell with the video. But yeah, I mean, that's just the right thing to do. So that's my take on it. Let them stay. I don't really care. They're not really, if they're not hurting anybody, let them stay. I mean, yeah, if they're criminals, kick them out. Yeah, if they've committed a bunch of violent crimes, yeah, they don't need to be here. They're clearly troublemakers. Let them be able to commit crimes back in Mexico or wherever else they're from. It's not right for them to come here. But what do you guys think? What would you do if you were president of the United States? Would you kick them all out? Would you let them some stay? Would you divide them by their... a lot of people divide them by their education, their skill set. Are they worth keeping if they know enough? What would you do? I'm really curious. Leave a comment below. Like, comment, subscribe. Always wanted to say that. And have a blessed day.